allows two different types of drivers, a payroll or company driver and an owner-operator or carrier. The difference is a company driver or payroll driver is going to get a W-2 at the end of the year, and if they're getting a 1099, they're going to be paid in revenue settlements, which would be your owner-operators or carriers if you're setting up a brokerage database. This video is going to cover how to set up a company driver, so they're going to get paid in payroll. To set up the drivers, we're going to start in Dispatch. And in Dispatch, you're going to see Driver List. So I click on that, and we want to add a new driver, so I'll click Add. And this just says if you're using the payroll, you must enter tax information before paying the driver. So I'm going to hit OK. Driver ID is going to be one that you type in. TruckWin does not create the ID for you. Some people use names, others use numbers. It's going to be up to you. I would recommend to not use tractor numbers. That's going to come into play when you set up your tractors. We'll go ahead and enter first and last name, quick address, and you can also enter phone, emergency name, and email address. And down below where it says other information, if it's a company driver, you're going to skip over where it says lesser driver, and you're going to go ahead and under payment method, choose the method that you would like to pay them. So if they're getting paid per mile, you would choose miles, and then directly across from that is the rate. So if they were getting 40 cents a mile, for example, you would type in 0.40 there. Date of birth, date hired, terminated, if down the road you terminate them, and any other comments. You have the option to add a reserve tractor, so if they are going to drive the same tractor all the time, you can put a check mark there, and it would go ahead and give you a list of tractors where you could choose the tractor. The same said for a trailer. You can enter their license number and the state, and then any of their expiration dates, and this will prompt you if they are coming close to being expired. It'll prompt you to get new information from them. The section that says card number would be if you're going to utilize the fuel import, you are going to want to enter a card number in for each driver, and you can watch the video on fuel imports for more information on that. So I have my basic information set up, and I'm going to go ahead and click Save. The next thing I'll want to do is go into Payroll. So I'm going to exit out of Dispatch. I'm going to go into Payroll, and under Maintenance, I'm going to go to Employee List, and you can see that is the person I just set up in the driver list. I want to continue getting him set up all the way as far as taxes go. So I'm going to highlight that ID, come down and hit Update, and this is our payroll screen. So I'm going to want to finish filling this out. It's going to grab the information I put into the driver list. So I'll want to mark marital status, single or married, because that's going to tell TruckWin which tax table to use. Then the other thing you can do in here is you can click on Wage Deduct Taxes, and you'll see it grabbed as default rate that we had set up. If there's any default deductions that automatically come out of his check, for example, child support, you could set those up under deductions. Anything in here would come out each payroll batch that you did. Pay periods per year, that would be if it says 52, that would mean weekly payroll. And then down below, when I chose marital status married, it defaulted the table to M for my federal taxes. If there's state taxes you need to take out, you would enter in the state initials that you had set up, and then which tax table. And for more information on that, you can watch the video on setting up state tax tables. Once you have this finished, you would hit Accept, and you can exit and exit Payroll, and that would be setting up a company driver.